My name is Shelagh Stoneham. I'm a retail strategic growth advisor. I've worked for major organizations such as Rogers Communications, Shoppers Drug Mart, and most recently Chico's as Chief Marketing Officer. And now I consult with companies around the world and give keynote speeches on how to turn headwinds into tailwinds. When I'm referencing retailers shifting headwinds into tailwinds, I'm talking about the major forces that are impacting retailers today. And I give examples about retailers who have deployed strategies successfully to shift those headwinds into tailwinds. There are a number of different strategies that we deploy to make a personalized experience, even though a customer may not be physically in front of the clothing. They're looking at it online. So we introduce inspiration boards that can be sent out to customers that give them looks that they may be interested in based on previous transactional history. Offers that do the same thing. We make it easy for customers to figure out how to put looks together using software such as Stylytics. Another way we make it easy for customers is we have technology that allows them to determine what size they are based on what size they are with other brands. So it reduces the guesswork for customers to figure out what's the best size and what style would suit them best based on these various software platforms. There's another way that retailers are effectively developing content to be appealing to customers, and that is by user-generated content. So they're actively looking for customers to post reviews online, and so customers can see someone who has a style or a skin tone, complexion, whatever, that's similar to them. So that makes them feel like they've got a better connection to the brand. The second thing they're doing is they're scraping the internet for looks that are reflective of the clothing they're offering and serving that up as well. So using social media as a way to generate content that builds a relationship with prospective customers. I think retailers are starting to figure out how to improve the level of relevancy to customers. And specifically in the women's apparel category, figuring out how to build a relationship even if they don't have a bricks and mortar store yet or a customer does not have one in their area. So they are developing profiles of who they're targeting and putting relevant content and timely content across the appropriate channels. They're also using influencers. Influencers, macro-influencers, micro-influencers to show not just what the clothing looks like on a model, but how it's really used by real people in integrating maybe a garment or an accessory with existing clothing that might be in a woman's wardrobe. So it's making it more real. Women don't often buy outfits head to toe anymore. They actually pull together, they buy pieces and they pull together a look that's personal and relevant to them. There's an awful lot of regional differences across the US, not just in terms of climate, but in terms of style. The way women wear their hair, the amount of makeup they wear, the level of formality. And of course there's the layering depending on what the climate is. And so one look just doesn't provide the same level of relevancy as multiple looks. So taking that one item like a jean jacket and having 5 different women in different regions wearing it helps to increase the connection between the retailer and the customer. Retailers have never been under more pressure than they are today. The level of competitive pressure has intensified because global borders are really crumbling. The level of software and systems that are in place that allow retailers to transact across borders has never been more robust. So successful retailers are not viewing this as intensive pressure as much as opportunity. So they are expanding across borders through wholesale deals and through franchise agreements, and frankly, just making it through e-commerce, making the e-commerce experience easier for customers to be able to ship from one region to another. Retailers are looking at e-commerce as a way of expanding their business by crossing borders. Through software and systems, it has never been easier for retailers to transact anywhere in the world. The second trend we're seeing is that pure plays are entering bricks and mortar locations. And there's a reason for this. The first reason is that customers want a personal experience. And e-tailers are finding that sometimes it helps build a relationship if they have a face-to-face interaction. The second reason is that every time a retailer enters a bricks and mortar location in a new market, they get an average of a 33% lift in site traffic. So this whole omni-channel strategy can be incredibly powerful. The third thing we're seeing is retailers building a better customer experience based on some of the very high standards that Amazon has set for us. So let me give you some examples. First example is this. Customers are looking for a way to easily compare and contrast products and prices. So they want pricing transparency. The second thing that customers are looking for is they want easy checkouts. They have very little tolerance these days for retailers who don't remember their key information. They have to key it in again. Nor do they appreciate when they're being cross-sold or upsold and it slows down the transaction completion. And the third thing is they want fast delivery, really fast. 4 to 7 days is no longer standard. 2, 1, or even hours, depending on the market you're in, is what's standard. And of course, the cheaper it is, even better. Free is best. Customers really want it all. And that's where Amazon has shifted customers' expectations. There's also a shift in terms of personalization. Customers really want retailers to understand them. And that's where I think digital retailers have a distinct advantage over bricks and mortars. Because when you transact online, you're leaving a footprint. And that footprint is unique to you. If retailers pick up that footprint that is unique to you and leverage it, they can provide an experience that's highly curated and relevant. And that starts to build a strong one-to-one relationship. Just as pure plays are entering bricks and mortars stores are desperately trying to crack the code of e-commerce. And despite their great efforts, a lot of retailers are finding this very difficult to get more than about 30% of their sales online. And of course, this is the holy grail, because if you can crack the e-commerce code and get customers to transact with you online, then you can give them a great personal experience and build a relationship that's highly loyal. The other thing is, you're able to give them real-time content if you are transacting online. It's just way more convenient and it's way more relevant if you can make that happen. The other thing is retailers, if they can crack the e-commerce code, they can transact anywhere in the world. And so the whole world is literally their oyster. Now, there are amazing software providers that provide solutions that are helping retailers better their chances. The key to their success, though, is identifying the strategic pillars that are unique and differentiated for that retailer, and partner with those providers that can help strengthen those strategic pillars.